Welcome to our Daily Grace. And for today's episode of podcast, the topic is marriage. We know that everyone has been talking about divorce due to the divorce bills. And with that, we will talk about the importance of marriage and why do we need to keep the sanctity. We also have today a member of Islam, Mr. Amir Ala.
Good evening, John.
Hi, good evening. And today, we will be having a talk about marriage. Um, I will explain to you the importance of marriage in our religion, Roman Catholic Church, as well as we need to get from your side since Islam meron silang divorce and you still keep the sanctity of your marriage. So we talk about it so that everyone has an insight about the importance of marriage and what would happen if the divorce has been passed in our law today in the Philippines. Okay, so for Roman
Ah,
Catholic, our religion has wanted to keep the sanctity of marriage. We don't want any divorce because we know that it will be abused. Marriage kasi, ang laging sinasabi sa kasal is that ang pinag-isa ng Diyos ay hindi dapat paghiwalayin ng tao. At isang pinaka-importanting sakramento dito sa Catholic kasi yun yung nagiging, yun yung magkakaroon ka ng pamilya, tapos syempre pag nagkaroon ng anak, magkakaroon ng um, bibinyagan. So another important sacrament in Roman Catholic. We also believe that the union of a man and a woman is blessed by God, and um, for us, it's uh, it's an important bond within two people and God. So for you, we need to talk about naman uh, how do you define marriage in your religion as Islam? Is there something called a sacrament or
sa amin, ang tawag sa marriage ay yun yung tinatawag na nikah. So,
nika?
may isang
Mm-hmm.
kasabihan sa amin na true love begins only after nikah, no? So, in that sense, from a religion, marriage is sort of like the beginning, no, ng quote unquote, ano ba, legal love, no? Well, I'm not sure if you know this, pero bawal yung boyfriend girlfriend sa amin. Malaking importance ang binibigay sa marriage. Although, it's also important to note na although we are the same in the sense that talagang man and a woman, in Islam, there is the option of divorce, which I think we will touch upon further later. And of course, I think aware din naman sila, no, na Muslim men are allowed to have as much as four spouses.
Okay, so di ba nagdi-differ pala talaga tayo na kasi normally in Catholic practice and now we get married when we found the true love before actually getting
Yes,
married. So unlike from your end, it starts from the nikah or from the
uh,
marriage.
the marriage.
Okay, so that's quite a different view on marriage. And also, we as a Catholic is a believer of monogamy or just
Mm.
um one partner in our life. Okay, so that's a really big difference now that you've talked about. So what happens if there is a second or third marriage? Should it be agreed upon the second or third wife, or is there a certain requirement? For example, you can't have a second or third wife if
Mm.
I don't know whatever requirement that you have in your religion.
Generally speaking, just a little bit of background, no? Yung allowing men to have multiple wives, meron niyang religious background. So,
Mm-hmm.
dati there was, I think there was a battle, that was ancient times pa, nung nagsisimula pala yung Islam. So, madaming lalaking namatay. So madami ang naging balok na women, no? So, the original purpose really is to, kumbaga, for the yung namatay ng asawa or the orphans, no? However, yun nga, na-ingrain na siya. With regard to your question, no, what I know is a grandfather from my father's side, he had two wives. So,
Mm-hmm.
yung father ko meron silang mga half siblings. The dynamics of that is that there must be approval, no, from the wife. Kumbaga kailangan payagan niya yung asawa niya, and that
Mm.
hindi puwedeng unfair yung treatment. Yun ang dynamics niya. There must be equal treatment. So you can be as many as four. However, it's not allowed that you treat one wife unfairly as compared to the other.
Uh, since you've covered that, well, for me, I actually believe in the same in as a Catholic teaching
Mhm.
that I only believe in one partner for the rest of our lives. I believe that that once, like the Catholic teaching na kapag pinagsama ng sa Diyos, parang kayong dalawa yun and si God and you've become one. So, and that's the teaching that I believe in also that has been practiced in Catholic Church. And as a married woman right now, I uh, being tied to this sacrament or marriage, it's your right, it's your duty to be faithful to your husband or and vice versa.
Yes.
I really like the idea din naman sa part nyo na before having a second marriage or before having a second wife, it must be approved by the first wife, of course, since
Yes.
to avoid conflict I and syempre unfair treatment. And I do think it's a form of loyalty as well. Kasi uh, parang respect pa rin naman yung opinion mo despite having another
Al-
wife.
Although to add, no, that was common back sa the generations ago, from what I see currently in the present times. Medyo
Mm.
yung mga young Muslims, medyo na-modernize na rin yung views nila.
Mm.
So I think mas madami ngayon yung naniniwala sa one, and that includes me. Ah, Yun nga, I'm with you doon sa sinabi mo na once you find the one, yun din talaga, but that's the reality. Pwede talaga hanggang apat. Pero it's up to the ano naman, we are not mandated to have 4 wives.
Okay. Okay, so I think we need to touch upon the nika. It's the marriage on your part.
Mm.
So how do you so are all marriages in your end are arranged marriage because you said it's the beginning. It's like
Mm.
supposedly in our end like courting and
Mm.
um getting to know each other. Is there a part that it's the beginning? I'm quite confused with the fact that it's just the beginning and you're now married, which has actually a huge standing even our
Mm.
society, right? Being married has
Yes.
many legal aspects aside from the religious aspects.
Mm.
So, since if
Legal.
you're starting to get to know each other, do you happen to have other what do you call this engagements or arrangements before actually getting to nika or to marriage, so that to ensure the longevity
The availability of the
of
marriage.
the marriage?
Yeah, since you touched up about that, no. Currently the fixed marriages are less likely. Uh, my parents were fixed marriage, hindi sila mag-boyfriend girlfriend.
Mm.
So
So they only met
what happened?
when they got married.
They knew each other because they were neighbors. However,
Okay.
wala silang relasyon. So sa amin, no, one thing to consider, our process of courtship, it's, well, sa inyo, more of may pamamanhikan pa rin ba or what? Pero sa amin,
Yeah,
it's
we
like the
do.
parang formal version siya. Like, when we talk about marriage for Muslims, we don't just consider the two people that getting married. It's just not a union of two people, but it's a union of two families. So medyo malaking big deal yun na, like, when you're about your express your interest to marry someone, it's imperative na mag-background check kasi malay mo there is something about that family, that might not be compatible with yours, no? So yeah, to answer that, yung fixed marriages, it's really a thing, no? But currently, um, sana pa, based on my observations also, no, mas may say ngayon yung ikakasal. Previously kasi ano kapag sinabi ng parents mo na ito na yung papakasalan mo, you cannot say no.
Oh,
Ngayon mas
quite difficult.
yes, that's reality. And based on yun nga, no, sa observe ko, no, I'm lucky siguro that yung fixed marriage ng parents ko nag-work. But I've seen na several instances na phoenix marriage sila, but it just didn't work, so nagkaroon pa ng lamat yung relationship ng mga family. So, yun nga, meron pa rin namang sort of courtship. For example, me, if I express my interest in marrying a certain woman, my family would talk to that woman. Meron silang tinatawag na kapangisan-isa, or in other words, magtatanong-tanong sila, no? Kung may pag-asa ba or may jowa ba yung girl na yun, and
Mm.
kung ano yung details regarding that. So once we get the kunyari, okay naman sa both families, then pwede kaming I think that's a new tradition, no? Dati kasi before marriage hindi talaga pwede magkaroon ng contact. But
Oh.
recently I've observed it upon yung mga kakilala ko kinakasal na, yun, what they do is, yun nga, minsan lumalabas sila, just to get to know the person that they are being set up to marry. So I think that's the adjustment also ng recent times na I think it's also reasonable, but maybe hindi talaga ganun ka in accordance with the teachings of nung religion.
But actually, it's not totally a violation or naman ng teaching niya, but more on adjusting to the
Oo.
modern times. So we've talked about
Mm.
the arranged marriage, how you will start. And what do you think the reason why your parents survive?
Siguro it might seem like corny pero siguro destiny. You know, we believe in destiny. We believe that someone is destined for you, no? So I think aside from that destiny, and I think of also yung compatibility siguro ng families, no? Like if they encounter issues, they have their families with whom they can confide with. When it comes to divorce, parang ano din siya, 'di ba? Paghihiwalay ng dalawang pamilya. I think that's much more difficult to achieve kasi mas madaming tao ang involved.
Involved.
So with regard to my parents, I think the main factors really are those things. And then of course the compatibility of the families, like talagang pag nag-aaway sila, nandiyan yung mga ay dating lolo ko, lola ko, to try to mend things over.
Yeah, okay. So, kapag ba hindi nag-work yung marriage, it will be a ground for divorce already? Like for example, pwede ba yun? Like for example, di mo siya nagustuhan for a month or so, pwede mo ba siyang hiwalayan na ganun agad?
Well, technically, no, strictly speaking, pwede. Kasi ano it's allowed, especially in cases na yun nga. I think that yung katulad ng pino-push nung mga pro-divorce na yung marriages na wala talagang pag-asa. Just
Mm,
recently, I had a friend, no, na-fixed marriage siya. However, wala talagang nangyari kasi yung girl ayaw talaga sa kanya. Wala, they ended up
okay.
having divorce. Ganun.
Okay. So siguro ito na rin yung ano no, kinakatakot talaga ng Catholic Church that it will be just on a whim. Okay. So for us Catholics
Yes.
kasi we have the choice unlike from your end no, I guess the main
Mm-mm.
difference is that we chose already we've known our partners beforehand before actually getting married. It's not
Mm-mm.
unlike it's not like yours that we've been arranged
Nandiyan
marriage
yung asawa
or
mo.
no. Andyan na syempre actually 'di ba? Actually pag kasal ka na, despite everything naman, talagang marami ka pa rin namang hindi magugustuhan and all.
Mm.
And it's really difficult kasi kahit
Yes.
na iisa yung you love each other and iisa yung goals nyo,
Iisa
it
pa
will be
mm.
really difficult because you were raised from different families, different culture, different, parang different na environment, iba talaga yung tinatahak nyo. And
Hmm,
hindi pwede yung, ano, just because you don't like, hindi mo na
mag-asawa,
gusto, ayaw ka na, hindi, sabi nga ng mga matatanda, di ba, na, um, hindi siya pwedeng parang kanin lang na pwede mong iluwa kapag nainitan ka. Parang is it
Ah,
difficult to obtain divorce in your end or
hindi kami covered ng civil law, Sharia law kami.
mm-mm. Yeah.
However, what I know is that, 'pag nag-divorce talagang malaking bagay yan. Like, yun nga, I think one of the grounds is irreconcilable difference. Personally, I think dapat siguro mas mahigpit yung grounds. Like, yun nga, as what you said, it cannot be on a whim. Kasi hindi naman 'to biro, kasal na yun, you involve yun nga sabi nga natin, we know marriage is a special contract, no? The state is involved. The law is deemed involved in every marriage, no? So I think with regards to that, dapat mas maging stringent. So and I think I have the same sentiments with the divorce law. I think they should really streamline, no? Kung sino yung pwede mag-avail.
Yes,
Like yung
exactly.
mga battered wife,
Buttered
yung sa mga
wife.
vowsy,
Yeah.
So that I think that's for something for our legislators to determine.
Yeah. Ayoko talaga ng irreconcilable difference because for me it's pointless because everybody has a difference, di ba?
Mm,
Magkaiba tayo,
mm,
ganyan. Kahit naman mag-asawa kami ng asawa ko, magkaiba kami. Tapos hindi kami same nung kung ano ba yung, even our likes and dislikes are different. So, and the way, pagkagising mo, iba rin naman yung gagawin mo na agad, di ba? Alam mo yun, yung
no.
kahit na magkasama kayo sa isang bahay, magkaiba pa rin ng, talagang magiging magkaiba kayo. So, for me, it's not a valid ground for not a valid ground for marriage. Although, of course, there are people nga din na talagang
Mm.
sobrang iba sila na hindi na nila kayang magsama. Ayun lang naman ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon. So everybody has an overview of what is marriage for Catholics and our view in divorce, as well as the view of our friends.
Ayun,
Thank you
so
everyone for watching and listening to
mm,
us, our daily grace. And remember to
thank
pray
you for
every
the
day.
time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.